Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Janet Crescent.
And I'm Justin Riley, and we are here again, Janet and I, at Wisconsin Granite. How's it feel to be back?
Not hard at all, considering what we're surrounded by.
There you go. So we're going to talk a little bit about different materials. There's different types. Granite's kind of like an all-encompassing word, but there's really different types of stone countertops that you can get that really will raise the value of your home. And so we're going to talk with Behar a little bit later in the show, and he's going to show us some different materials. So I can't wait.
And they work hard at picking out some really special stuff from around the world, actually.
They do, and they'll work with you to find the exact piece that you want, which is kind of cool. So it's not just here's a sample, you get something like that, you get to take home that piece. Well, they don't make it, you take it home, they'll install it for you. So anyway.
Similar lines, maybe. Fired Up Pottery is coming to visit, and Kim is with Fired Up Pottery. She's amazing, and especially amazing working with kids. This is a place where maybe you could make a Mother's Day gift or a Father's Day gift, and we'll get a closer look at what she can help kids do. Absolutely.
A lot of good things going on there at Fired Up Pottery. We're excited to talk with her. Also, excited to talk some dance with Jo-Jean Rettrum from Dance Wisconsin and Monona Academy of Dance. They're building some new studio space, which is really exciting for them. They've had it the same way for 35 years now, and so now they're doing some new things and they're expanding, which is awesome. And we're going to talk a little bit about Dance Wisconsin, the company that's sort of attached to Monona Academy of Dance, so that's going to be fun.
And some summer classes coming up too.
Absolutely. So that's coming up right after the break here on Wisconsin Family, so stick with us.
And welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're filming on location today at Wisconsin Granite. Justin, wouldn't you say that these folks actually prefer to be taken for granted?
Jessa, that was for you.
Well, right now, though, we're talking dance, and who better to speak with about that than Jo-Jean Rettrum, owner of Monona Academy of Dance and Dance Wisconsin. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So, word on the street is you have some new digs you've been working on, a new studio. How's it going?
It's going really well. I mean, it's really hard because we've been in the same location for 35 years. So there's a lot of memory. I mean, I even had an alumni stop by yesterday, and it was like, it's probably the last time she'll see the space where she grew up dancing. Right. So, but, you know, it's time, and I'm really excited. It'll be all new, and we're making new floors and walls and painting, and, you know, it's going to be really awesome.
You're doing a lot of that yourself, too, aren't you?
Yes. I'm even hauling stuff in my van.
We talked a little bit about that before the show, and along with the new studio are some new classes that you're offering. You want to talk a little bit about those?
Yes, we're offering a lot of more adult classes. I'm going to be teaching some ballroom classes. We have yoga and Pilates. So it's going to be really exciting summer samplers for kids just to try it out and see if they like it. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and you have, it sounds like you'll have the space to do that now, which is kind of a nice thing. I've been watching the progress. I go down Monona Drive every now and then, and I see the progress of it, and I'm always like, I think of you every time I go past it. Yeah. So that's good that it's going well.
Yeah, we're going to have 4 studios, so really excited because we have 3 right now, and there's always that time where, okay, I could have used one more studio here today.
Right.
And now you will.
Yep.
Summer classes. Talk about summer classes and
Well, I do a lot of camps, so the parents can drop the kids off in the morning. We even have like a princess camp where the little ones can come in and learn about the different, even ballet, Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella and Nutcracker, and just, you know, learn about how to hold themselves and play together and have a good time. They're 4 days, and they just meet, you know, like 3 hours in the morning. And then we have young dancer workshops, and then we have summer intensives where we work on a lot of musical theater and choreography, and I bring in guest teachers. So
you guys really do it all over there. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And Dance Wisconsin that's the dance company kind of associated with Monona Academy of Dance.
Right, it's our nonprofit.
Okay, and auditions, are those coming up pretty soon?
Yes, May 11th we're having new auditions. And it's a really, you know, exciting time. It really helps children to to really see what it's like to be in a professional company.
Sure.
Because we do choreography, they can be there all day working on things, so you have to pace yourself, you have to be really strong and emotionally and physically. Because a lot of my dancers go on to be in ballet companies
Sure.
or to do, different shows.
Sure. And I'm curious to know, when you have people coming in to audition for Dance Wisconsin, are a lot of them coming from Monona Academy of Dance?
Most of them are,
Okay.
but
You get some from outside,
I get
too?
some from outside, yeah.
Okay. Is it kind of difficult? Are you on the audition board, or do you get to
yes.
make the decision? Okay.
Yes.
Is that difficult? Do you feel biased at all when you have your own kids coming in or anything
No,
like that?
no, I don't.
good.
I'm probably tougher on
You're
them.
tougher on them.
Because I know.
You know what they can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
So you have an event that you'll be attending soon. This is the National Festival for Regional Dance America. What is that?
Well, we're the only company in the whole state that belongs to this prestigious organization called Regional Dance America. And it's like a farm team, like with football. We train our dancers then to go into professional companies. So it's really exciting. It's every 5 years there's a national festival, and this year it's in Phoenix, Arizona. So there are going to be companies from all over the country. We have teachers from all over the world there. We have seminars and just networking with everyone. It's going to be a really exciting time.
Have you attended that regularly?
Yes, we've belonged for over 25 years.
Oh my gosh. So
And
you
then-
probably see folks every time you go.
Yeah, it's really exciting to, because then you see, well, I guess I am doing it the right way, because you just sort of
Right.
doubt yourself once in a while,
Sure.
and well, everyone else is doing it like this, so I guess it's okay.
Right.
And then next year, in 2018, we're going to be hosting it here in Madison at the university,
Oh, very
our
cool.
regional festival. So
Very good.
that's going to be
Very good.
really exciting.
And I think it's really cool how you've kind of made Dance Wisconsin and Monona Academy of Dance has kind of made an impact on dance around the country, because you have alumni that are placed in these different professional dance companies. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of those alumni? Give us a little bit of an update.
It's really exciting because the other night I was teaching class, and one of my boys called, and I thought, well, I better answer this call because he never calls. And he was so excited. He just got his first job in a national tour of Pippin.
Oh wow!
And
okay.
he's in college right now at Point Park. And it was like, oh my God, and he hasn't graduated yet, but he got his job.
Wow.
So now he's touring with Pippin. And then
good.
Thursday night, one of my boys, Michael Hartung, just opened on Broadway in Hello Dolly.
This is one proud lady here.
Yeah,
I'd say.
and it's with Bette Midler. And I've seen Bette Midler perform, and she's just awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm so proud of my dancers and
Well, you
what
do a
they're
lot,
doing.
You do a lot of good work, and you've made a big impact, and,
Yeah.
and we appreciate you coming on our show here. So.
Well, I love coming and talking to you guys about what I love to do.
Absolutely.
Well, good luck with your new studio. When does
Thank
that
you.
open?
June 1st.
Okay. Well, good luck with that
Coming up.
ribbon
Yeah.
cutting. Yeah, coming up. Alrighty. And we'll be right back with more Wisconsin Family.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Today we're at Wisconsin Granite. A little bit later, Justin will take a walk through the showroom with their owner, taking a look at granite, marble, quartz, learning about the differences for your countertop, your kitchen, your bath, and so on. Right now, though, we're talking pottery. And with me, I have Kim. She's with Fired Up Pottery on Monona Drive. Thanks for taking some time with us today.
Thank you for having me. It's so nice.
So I've actually been looking at some of the things you brought, and it just takes me back, and it makes me want to dig in and do some things myself. With Mother's Day and Father's Day coming up, you had some really great ideas of things that folks can make, specifically kids.
Sure.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we love working with kids, and I get this question all the time, like, how old do my kids have to be to do this? Well, we do everything from baby footprints, so we can actually paint the feet of babies and put it on platters and mugs and plates and things like that, to they can paint themselves once they're old enough to hold a spoon. So if they can feed themselves, hold a spoon, then they can hold a paintbrush, and then they can paint. So, yeah.
I'm thinking with the baby footprint thing, that's something a dad could maybe do on the down low, right? As
Yeah,
long as you wash off
absolutely.
those feet and don't have to explain it later.
Yeah.
But what a great Mother's Day gift
Yeah.
that a dad could do.
Absolutely. We love it. You know, we can kind of tell the dads who've never been there before, they kind of scoop the kids up for a day. And you don't have to worry about making it a secret because really, you never know what art is going to come out of Fired Up Pottery. So even if the mom says, hey, bring them to Fired Up, you know, it's all good. We see them, they come in the door and they have this sort of lost, help me look. And it's like, no problem, we'll help you and get a great project. And so they can do babies, they can do toddlers, little kids can paint on their own and stuff like that. So yeah, we love helping people make great gift giving. So.
And that's a really good point. It doesn't have to be a secret because whatever's going to
Does
come out will
not.
still be a surprise.
It will still be a secret, yes, absolutely.
I love
And
that.
so that's good, you know, because sometimes they're all worried, like, well, what happens if my kid says, oh, we were at Fired Up, you know, and the gig's up, and I was like, no, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, you have no idea what comes out of there.
So let's talk about some of the specifics. By the way,
Sure.
I've seen her work with kids, and she's fantastic.
Oh,
so
thank you.
I can see where you just jump in and help.
I
and,
do, yeah.
You're really good with that.
Thank you.
So let's talk about some of the projects that they
Absolutely. So we have everything from $5 on up. So most of the things are in the $18 to like $39, $40 range. Plates that we painted earlier today are these are $26 plates, and we had Ivy and Dashiell make a plate, which was really cool. His handprint's on the back because he didn't want it over his design. And so that looks super cute. But we have idea books and things like that. So there's everything from fingerprint books right here. And you know, we have lots of ideas of how to do these things. And there's whole books on fingerprints. Who knew, right? And then also Mother's Day ideas like this. So and this book is full of ideas. I have 3 books. So they're just every holiday, everything for handprints and footprints. Pinterest is a big source material, so people can go onto Pinterest, look at ideas like, can you make this? And it's like, yeah, we can or we can't. So that's really cool.
I have to say the fingerprint book,
Yeah.
actually, it's like, what is it? It's really neat. It shows little critters that you can create by making a fingerprint on something.
Yeah, we've had whole families of like 25 people come like over holiday weekends and stuff like that. So they'll do a large platter with everybody doing a different thing in the fingerprint. We'll usually do sky and lake and air air. So if you're a helicopter, you're going to be in the sky because we don't want you in the lake. And if you're going to be a caterpillar, we want you in the grass.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we can make these things into all sorts of animals and stuff like that. We also do that for teacher appreciation plates.
You did bring
so
one of those
that is
too.
coming up at this time of the year too. So this one here is with trees, but we can do fishes, we can do your school theme, we can do all sorts of things. So it's pretty cool.
So in this plate here, all of these apples are actually fingerprints?
They are actually fingerprints, right? And we do fingerprint kits to go, so you can take it to the school and do the design work. We'll teach you how to do it, and then you bring it back, and we can either do the finishing work on it, or you can do the finishing work on it. So it's one of those things where the teachers absolutely love this gift because, you know, everybody's giving them things, and that this is their class from 2016, 2017.
Yeah, would you rather get 26 things or
One good plate.
very much so?
I'll take the plate.
Yeah. We've talked a little bit about birthday parties.
Sure.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so we have booking online at fireduppottery.com, and you can book birthday parties, you can book adult parties, you can come in and do wheel classes on the pottery wheel. So we have 9 wheels, we do wheel classes, we do date nights, we have our wine license, we do glass fusing, pottery painting, high fire pottery, canvas painting, board painting, so you name it, we're
Are
up
you
for
there
it.
for all of this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a little crazy.
Well, I did read that you've been in love with this since 6 years old.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So, and it shows, it
Yeah,
really does show.
thank you.
Now, there was kind of a special thing that you mentioned about birthday parties. Once the kids get started painting or working,
Yeah.
what was that?
Oh my gosh, the birthday parties are quiet.
Quiet.
Quiet. yeah, quiet birthday parties. Like the parents will be there and they're like, that's it, and the kids are all busy working away and having a great time. The other thing that's really fun about this, which you don't realize until you've like done a project, is no one's interrupting you. We're just going ahead and you're doing that, you're talking with each other, you're having fun, you're connecting with your family, and I think that's actually the biggest gift. It's actually as important as the art, and that's really cool.
All right, well, thanks, Kim. This has been really fun. This is Kim. She's with Fired Up Pottery on Monona Drive, and we're at Wisconsin Granite. We'll be back with more Wisconsin Family right after this.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. I'm standing next to Behar Massini, who is the manager of Wisconsin Granite. How are you, Behar?
Pretty good. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. It's always good to be back in the warehouse. It's a little cold today, but
Yeah.
I think we're going to be warmed up once we see some of the things that you guys offer back here.
Yeah,
So.
and that's also one of the nice things is all this site is all these things are indoors, and you can actually come here and even when it's cold, hot,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
able to come in here and look at them.
That's awesome. So, we talked a little bit. When we were doing the first part of our show, we talked a little bit about how kitchens and bathrooms, countertops are really a great way for homeowners to upgrade their homes. Can you talk a little bit about why that's so important?
A lot of times, most of the homes that are built 15, 20 years ago are probably going to have the laminate or quarry on.
Right.
And over time, they are not lifelong countertops.
Right.
So over time, they do take a beating, whether it's the seam breaks or discolors or something like that. So a lot of people find the option of changing those countertops out to either granite, marble, or quartz. And the reason why a lot of people go with these ones is because they're supposed to last a lifetime. There really is nothing that you can do to granite to hurt it, unless you really are taking a hammer to it and smashing it.
Hopefully nobody's doing that. So,
I hope so neither.
so I mean, durability is kind of the king here
Yeah.
is when it comes to making this decision, is what it sounds like.
Yep, correct. I mean, all this is natural stone. And the way it's created is over a period of time, through eruptions or whatever they may be.
Right.
They're just cut up into different slices, polished on the face of them, and then we get them here for customers to buy.
That's fantastic. And let's talk about some of the specific materials that you mentioned. You talked about marble, granite, and quartz, and we're going to see some examples of all four of those today, or all three of those, excuse me. So what are we looking at here today? This looks like granite.
So
yes?
this is a granite, and this actually comes from Italy.
Okay.
And these are some of the most expensive stones that we have in stock. But you can see the linear pattern.
Sure.
And it's very, very durable, especially the darker colors.
Right. It's called brown silk. I don't know if
Yeah.
you can see that, but it really does have that affect to it. That's
Yeah.
really, really cool. And you have kind of a tier system. So
Yeah.
tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and tier 4 is the kind of the high end.
Actually, I would say tier 4 is probably like the middle of the
That's the
level.
middle end. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have starting prices at $39 a square foot, and it goes all the way up to $175 a
Okay,
square
so it
foot.
kind of depends on what you're looking for and
Exactly.
what your budget is, of course. So, well, let's see
Yep.
another example. We're going to
Yep.
head right over here. This is the one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So this is also a granite. This one
Okay.
comes from Brazil.
Oh, interesting.
And it's definitely got those warmer tones in there that
Yeah.
matches a lot of oak cabinetry. And for somebody just looking to add a little spice to their kitchen, this would be the best way to go about it, because
Yeah.
it just kind of matches everything. It matches all the paint colors, stainless steel appliances, you name it.
Yeah, and I think that's really appealing to me because, when we talk about these being long-term,
Yeah.
they last forever, styles change. I mean, cabinet style change, color
they do.
preferences change. So if you can find something that's going to not only last as far as from a physical standpoint, but an aesthetic standpoint,
Yeah.
I think that's obviously what you'd want to be looking for.
I mean, like I said, this definitely matches with a lot of things, and for a lot of people, this is a safe choice.
Sure.
And this is actually one of our lowest pricing. It's at the $49 a square foot, so it's a
Okay.
very, very reasonable price for something that's considered exotic.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're like us and you don't have a lot of counter space, that really wouldn't be that much when it
No,
comes down
it
to
really
it.
wouldn't.
So, okay, let's go on to the next one. What
Okay.
are we looking at next?
The next one I want to show you guys is the marble. This comes from Italy.
Okay.
So all the marble that we have here is from Italy. And I think one of the characteristics that you'll see with granite versus the marble is marble is going to get a lot of that white color in there. Whitish gray tones that you really are not going to find in any other granite.
Sure.
This works a lot with very modern kitchens, white cabinets, dark floors, you name it.
Right.
We've also been seeing a little bit of a combination where they'll go a little bit lighter on the island and a little bit darker on the perimeter. It's all a personal preference.
I'm always curious to know how people know. I mean, this might be a little bit of an ignorant question,
Yeah.
but how people know, like when they're, cutting these out of the ground, whether it is granite or marble. I mean, you must have people who are specialists who kind of can understand and can take samples and that sort of thing.
Exactly. Most of the quarries that we have, before they even know, when they start digging, they actually know exactly what material it is.
Sure.
And then they'll go after that. So a lot of the marble quarries are just going to have marble, granite is going to be separated, and all that other stuff. But
Okay.
before they even dig, they definitely know.
Okay. Let's look at another sample real quick here.
Another one that I want to show you is this one right here.
Okay.
This is Green Galaxy.
I love this one. This is, I mean, it looks like stars against a green sky. That is so cool.
And that's why we named it
Right,
Green Galaxy.
right.
So a lot of people will like something like this. It's a little bit darker. It's still got some sort of a pattern to it, and it's beautiful. But you know, upon seeing all these 4 different samples that we've looked at here today, you can get something as dark as this and something as light as that, and that's all natural. It all comes from the ground like that. We don't do nothing to the surface of it, and it's unique.
That's very cool. I want to make sure that we get to quartz, but first I'm just kind of curious, you know, what goes in typically to the decision-making process of whether somebody gets marble, granite, or quartz? I mean, because as a homeowner myself, I'm thinking, well, I don't know what's going to be best for me. I mean, I just kind of look like how this one looks or that one looks, but do you make recommendations on materials specifically?
We always make recommendations. I mean, it all depends on really what you're going to use your kitchen for. If it's a really a kitchen that you like to do like to have a lot of friends and have people invite, and it's mostly for show, I would definitely say the marble, because that's where you're going to get the more characteristics, you know, the whiter patterns, and really a neat design that nobody else is going to have.
Yeah.
If you want something that you want to go to town on it and just beat it up, I would say the granite and quartz are probably going to be the best.
Okay. Well, we have a quartz example that we're going to look at in your showroom. Let's head over there.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Sounds good.
So these are some examples of quartz.
Yes.
So let's talk about what we have here. There's so many different colors. I think that's amazing. You know, a lot of people think, when they think quartz, they think white, because they think those little white stones that used to be in, you know, landscapes and so forth.
So these are our quartz samples, and as you said, they come in very different colors. And what a lot of people like is that solid color.
Yeah.
So if you're looking more like grays, whites, you know, they're just more of a solid color. There really is nothing going on into them. Although upon occasion you can get something that is as busy as this, that has a lot of pattern to it too.
And that's a little bit more like the granite that we saw, some of those patterns.
Yes,
but it's quartz. Okay.
But it is quartz.
Okay. So in terms of durability, you know, marble, quartz, granite. What's the order?
I would say quartz, granite, and then marble.
Quartz is the most durable, then granite, then marble.
And part of the reason is because it's engineered.
Okay.
So a lot of the composition can be really, really tightly put together.
Oh, okay.
Whereas the granite is natural, so it's going to have a lot of veins and fixtures, making it a little bit easier for cracks and chips and stuff like that. But in a normal kitchen use, you should never have a problem with either marble, granite, or quartz.
Wow. So these aren't, when you pull them out of the ground, they don't look like this necessarily. No, they're manufactured.
They're all manufactured, so these are not even out of the ground at all.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, real quick before we go, can you tell us how long does an install typically take?
Well, usually when the customer comes here, they pick out the stone, you know, we go through the process. Measuring is going to take about 45 minutes to 2 hours, and then the install is going to take 2 to 4 hours.
That's really not that long at all.
No, it's not. So it's all done in one day, and everything is done through us.
Well, Behar, thank you so much for the tour. I appreciate it. We're all out of time. Thanks for joining us here on Wisconsin Family, right here at Wisconsin Granite. We'll see you next time.
Clap your hands, let's take control. All you need